Hi there, I'm Scott Lowe with ActualTech Media, and we're here today at Violin headquarters, where I'm joined by Mark Lewis, who is the chairman and CEO of the company. Mark, thank you for having us in your offices today.
Thanks, Scott. Great to be here.
So Violin is a company that's really got in a unique position in the market. You've had an opportunity to go through a rebirth and really do some things differently the second time around. And one of the things you're doing is talking to people about why they should be looking at Violin. What are some of the things that are happening in the company right now, and why Violin?
Yeah, Scott, I think unique is kind. We had, periods of, Violin's had periods of extreme success and really has been founded in great technology. Clearly had some missteps, though, and got into some markets and some focus that weren't the right thing for the company. With the restart, we have the opportunity to kind of leverage a lot of great things. Violin at its core has some great intellectual property and technology around memory-based storage. So being able to build enterprise storage, same high feature function enterprise storage, but build very, very fast, extreme performance, we call it, within the storage environment. And that's combination we think is very unique in the industry, and we really believe we can differentiate with that. And unfortunately, a part of the lack of success was losing sight of that focus and trying to be more general purpose and go into markets where we weren't as strong. So we're refocused on this extreme performance market for the enterprise. It's an expanding and growth market, we believe, we believe it's an area where we can be highly successful.
So understanding that this general approach is one that's not really the direction of the company anymore, what are some of the use cases or markets in which Violin is finding success?
Sure. So our focus is on business critical applications where there's value in getting higher performance. And that can be a lot of different areas. But to give you examples, in financial services, if you're looking at transaction processing, things like high frequency trading, this is one of those cases where the faster the better. Mm-hmm. But any kind of online transaction processing, we do a lot of work in Oracle environments because they're very latency and performance sensitive. SQL Server, so it tends to be database environments. It can be ERP, SKU management. But these are the applications that are critical to run the business. These are applications, if they run faster, the business can save money or make more money. These aren't your HR applications or back office apps. These are the front office apps, the things that really drive the competitiveness of your business. Now looking forward in the future, what's really interesting to us is we see a huge resurgence in this performance area market around some of the new technologies, specifically AI, machine learning, and the implications of that. A typical example there would be things like real-time fraud detection. Mm-hmm. Building the ability, so it's not about the big data in the back office kind of crunching and creating the algorithms, but once you get those algorithms created, you build these things called inference engines that basically take that learning and apply it in a very fast transactional way. So when you stick your credit card in the reader, before you pull that credit card out, it's already done a fraud detection test, if you will. So low latency, very high performance areas, and that's going to be fun because there's a lot of new markets that we think are opening up as well.
We had an opportunity this week to talk to an AI company that's doing some really cool stuff. And they're only as good as the infrastructure behind them. They can do incredible things with data, with their software and their algorithms, but if they don't have good hardware to run it on, they don't get anywhere. And it sounds like you're trying to help companies like that solve some of those challenges.
Well, and it's the incremental ability. Everybody has some infrastructure, and what we can come in oftentimes and do is change the entire performance characteristics of that infrastructure. And when you're running those applications, imagine, for example, a company that needs to manage their inventory, and their inventory processing was taking 24 hours. And we can come in and install a different solution that can take that 24 hours down to 2 hours. Well, that saves them essentially that 22 hours in time and their ability to restock inventory. hold less in total inventory. So it turns into real profit in their business. So those are the kinds of opportunities we look for, is where if we could make your application run that much faster, what could you save? How much more money could you make?
And what could you enable for, for new business opportunities? Mark, thank you so much for having us in your offices today.
Great talking with you, Scott.
And thank you to our audience for watching this Roadcast video.